This is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. I'm back today. I'm going to be reviewing a cab from Beringer, specifically the Beringer Founders Estate Cabernet. It's the 2014. It's from California, Napa. And looking at it, it looks just like a normal kind of Beringer wine. There's nothing that kind of like jumped out at me from looking at the label. Beringer has had some decent wines in the past when I've tried them. They've had a few misses, but they had some ones that I would try again or enjoy again under certain circumstances. So I'm going to go ahead and get this review started. So grab my Govino. Always use Govino. They're beautiful. They just are fantastic. So looking at this, it's a full-bodied red. See how close I can get that. Can't really tell from that angle, but it's dark red. Really good clarity. Looks pretty nice. All right, let me do the nose. It has a lot of dark fruit. I don't think it's dark. I would, if I have to lean, it's almost like right on the fence. I'm probably gonna go dark black fruit, but black fruit is already dark, so just black fruit. It's a little bit spicy. Can't really pick out which spice. If I had to lean towards anything, I'd say it was more like almost like a cinnamon. I think I'm getting some black cherry in there. Blackberry. There's a little bit of an oaky note to it. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and try it now. Ooh. So, a little bit more detail on this one. It's from California. It's 13.8% alcohol by volume, and that is definite number on the palate. I just took it in, and it just sucked my mouth dry instantly. There's no hesitation from it to do that. It has a... I'm going to lean towards it. It is a blackberry note. Actually might have a little bit of plum in there. Now I'm kind of letting it kind of rest on the palate a little bit. There's a little bit of a tiny bit of a sweet hit right at the back. Almost like it's vanilla, or I'm going to lean towards vanilla. Anyway, it's actually not that bad. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic about Beringer wines. They tend to kind of be middle of my spectrum in terms of if they're going to be good or not. And this one tends to be leaning more towards the try again, enjoy again range. This, I moved it around into a different spot on my palate, and right after I got hit, I would say it's probably about a medium acid. Right when I got it on to sort of the parts of my palate really detect acid, kind of got like this almost like a sour cherry, or I think that's where the black cherry I was smelling it came in earlier. I kind of just let it go to the back of my palate, but this time I'm really getting that note. It's not bad. I mean, it's, for those of you who haven't read my blog, I would say that I would probably have this one be as a solo drinker. And what I mean by that is I am willing to drink this without having to necessarily pair it with something. What I would really like right now is some sort of big juicy game. That would go really well with that. My in-laws don't live far from here. They have a ton of deer in their neighborhood. Pretty sure I could come back with one and no one would find it. I'm just kidding. Texas, don't game wardens don't come to my house. I'm totally kidding about that. But it would go really well with some sort of gamey thing like bison, buffalo, deer. If you want to, a steak. I would have it something that had a good hearty body to it, and that would really pair well with this wine. It's not bad at all. I'm actually enjoying it. So now, it wouldn't be a wine on the dime review unless there was some quirkiness added to it. So what I'm going to do right now is pour a little bit more in. And I am going to try new contraption. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. I got a pair of beverage glasses from my friend Molly Campbell a long time ago. And I've never put wine through these. I've put iced tea. I've put soup. That's a really bad idea. You will burn your face. Do not do it. No matter how good the broccoli cheddar soup is, do not put soup through these. But I think it would be fun to try to see if these work with wine and what it does to the flavor of the wine. So, I'm going to try to put these on. I would say I'd look nerdy now, but that's probably not far from where I'm at because I have a giant horse head behind me. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to just try the wine. I'll put it through, and we'll see how this ends up. It's actually really weird. One, because it's dropping my face. Let's try it like this. It's dropping the temperature on my face. Two, it really messes with the flavor of the wine. You kind of get a little bit of a plasticky note. You also don't let it doesn't breathe. So it's just like pure concentrated grape. Not necessarily the best experience. But always try a couple times. You never know what's going to happen. Let's try it again. Yeah, so one thing I learned about this is these still work with wine. So that's kind of cool. The second thing I learned about this is don't do this with wine. That's not cool. That really messes with the flavor. I kind of get this concentrated aspect. Can't get these off my face. I'm spilling wine everywhere. This is fantastic. Anyway, so if you have a pair of these, they work really well with all sorts of beverages, all sorts of liquids. Definitely get some. I think they're just probably a couple dollars. The Beringer wine, going back to the Beringer, I'm going to rate this as an enjoy again. I would recommend picking it up, especially if you get it at the price my wife got it at. My wife went to the store, and normally this retails at $11.97. I would normally say it would probably retail around the $9.99 mark, but the store my wife goes to is notorious for knocking the price up a couple bucks per bottle. But she got this for $5.97, $5.97. They're having some sort of holiday special, apparently on Beringer red wines, and I really recommend getting it at that price range. You're going to have a hard time finding some decent bottles that are around that mark that probably are closer to an $8-9 bottle of wine that you're going to be able to get between the $5 and $6 mark. So if you find a sale, definitely go and get it. And that's kind of what my recommendation is. Anyway, so this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and I will see y'all later.